Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am here to show you guys my bullet journal setup for 2021. I can't believe we're almost into another new year. I'm using a new bullet journal for the next year. Normally I always did the Scribbles That Matters, but I decided to go with the Arch and Olive because I've heard great things about this journal, and so far I am loving it. I went with this cute turquoisey color, and the pages are really nice. They are pure white. I love that the dots aren't too in your face. They're light enough to where you can sketch, but it's not like overpowering. The pages are super stiff and thick, which I think will be great for future designs with different markers and paints. And it does come with the pocket in the back and 2 bookmarks, one with a sweet little charm on it. But let's go ahead and get right into it.
I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
So firstly, I just want to apologize for missing VLOGMAS yesterday because I decided to do VLOGMAS pretty much the day before December 1st. I don't have things pre-filmed like most people do. I do film and edit every single day to post a video for you guys. But yesterday it was just me and the baby, and she was not letting me put her down at all for any reason. And so I did film part of this yesterday, but it was really hard to work in my bullet journal and edit while holding the baby. So it's technically Vlogmas day 7 and day 8 for this video. It's finally getting up, but yes, sorry for missing yesterday. But starting off with the key, which is not something I normally put in my bullet journals, but that's because before, I know that they're planners, but in the years past, I kind of just used it as more as like a creativity space. I like to design things. I like to put my favorite quotes in there, doodles, like pictures and memories and things like that. It wasn't something that I actually used for a planner because I really didn't have much going on. But since it is just going to be me and the kids starting January 26th, I believe is when my husband leaves for the Navy, I am going to have this as like a strict planner where I have all our events and our appointments and things that I need to remember, things that I need to get done and stuff like that. So I wanted a key for this bullet journal. And then the next page, because I talked to you guys about my postpartum depression, I found this quote on Pinterest, and I just felt like it really spoke to the season that I'm in, trying to heal and renew myself and trying to find myself again. So I loved that quote and decided to add it. But then I realized I did not like the blank white space on the left side, wasn't quite sure what to do with it. So I just kind of tore off some scrap paper that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I used a stamp, which I didn't stamp very well, and you'll see that as a common theme throughout this entire setup. I don't know why I couldn't get the stamping done correctly, but I just decided to use that left page as like a doodle or quotes page throughout the year, someplace that I could kind of go and vent because of the quote. I felt like that blank space would be a good space for that as well. And then next, I worked on my yearly goals page. And if you haven't noticed, most of this stuff is not sketched out at all. I don't typically make sketches, which I probably should start doing that because of having a newborn. It was really hard to kind of just come up with things like I normally do on the whim with a baby that was in my arms and crying and like changing poopy diapers. There was like poop on me because she blew out of her diaper. It was really hard to be creative for this setup, but I did the best that I could. But I have a space for my Bible verses. I didn't think of a word of the year yet or goals because, like I said, I was dealing with a baby, and I kind of want to just take the time to sit and really think about what I want my word for the year to be and what I want my yearly goals to be. And then next, I worked on my YouTube tracker. I just did the first 6 months just because typically my bullet journals last about 6 months. So for the tracker, I only did from January to June. And then I thought I was going to use all 12 months and then realized that would be kind of wasteful and I wouldn't really have the space for it. So I just did it to the first 6 months. And then on the other side, I did a space for YouTube video ideas. So I decided to do somewhat of like a cleaning tracker. Cleaning the house actually helps de-stress me, but I just have to get to that point to want to clean the house. Can anybody else relate to what I'm saying right here? Like, I love cleaning, but I don't love starting to clean. But once I get going, like, I'm all over the place. I am deep cleaning the heck out of the house. I just have to get to that point. So I figured having this tracker, especially because it's just going to be me, I want some sort of like grounding, like foundation, like what can I get done today, or what can I get done this week or next week or this month around the house that will help me feel like, you know, the world's kind of not falling apart. And then I decided to make a self-care page. Again, I'm really working on trying to find myself again and making sure that I take the time to do things that make me happy, even if it's just for 5 minutes of the day. I don't want to forget myself in the midst of, you know, Trevor being gone and it just being me and the kids. I know a lot of times, especially moms, we kind of neglect, you know, doing things that make us smile or make us at peace or just happy, because we're always taking care of everybody else and taking care of everything else. I want to make sure that I have something that just says, here, it's your time. Take these next 10 minutes or whatever it is and just do something from this list that makes you happy. So I wrote down self-care ideas that really speak to me. And then on the little flip page here, I wrote a section for books. I really want to get back into reading. I mentioned that in one of my previous videos. It's something that makes me really happy, and I didn't get any reading done in 2019 with this pandemic. It just didn't happen. So I kind of accidentally made a space for like 6 months. So I just made it to where if I could read 3 books a month just to get back into it, then that would be great. So I just kind of made a little flip page here of a little bookshelf, and I'll color in the books as I read them. Alright, y'all, so this concludes my 2021 bullet journal setup. I did end up just printing off a year at a glance that I found on Pinterest for free. I clearly was not going to have the time to handwrite all of that myself, so I ended up just going back and printing one off, stuck it on some scrap paper, and called it a day. But this is the setup. I really like how it turned out, and I'm pretty excited for the new year. I'm really happy that I kind of got back into bullet journaling since I didn't have one all of 2020, and yeah, it just felt good to kind of get back in it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye, guys.